Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like this video and also be sure to subscribe to the channel. Guys, I have a Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Discord, all linked down below. If you guys would like to become a member of the Discord, it is free. We're building a nice, cool community over there, man, so feel free to join the Discord. All right, so more WWE talent has been released. I just put out a video a little bit ago talking about talent being released, and here we are on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, and more names have come out that have been released. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the extended talent that has been released from the WWE. So without further ado, let's just go hop directly in the video. All right, guys. So yes, more talent has been released by the company. Now, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. This is being reported by Fightful. I'm going to go ahead. I know that right now there have been 2 more names that have been released by WWE, and it seems like we're going to be getting a pretty little list of people that are just naturally going to be released today. And sadly, some of these names that are being reported don't shock me in the slightest. I kind of figured these names that came out, we probably would see them being released. And first, I want to talk about Giovanni Vinci. Giovanni Vinci was somebody who he had a really good run with Imperium, and they had some really cool stuff in the tag team division. And just kind of like I talked about in the last video, WWE, as much as they say that they focus on the tag team division, it just feels like some tag teams are not fully getting the legs that that they would have maybe before. And what ended up happening was on Raw, Ludwig Kaiser actually turned on Giovanni Vinci, and we never really got the full payoff of that story, which kind of sucks because it felt like there was a lot to tell there between Giovanni Vinci, Ludwig, and Gunther, but WWE ultimately never really gave us that storyline. And a lot of people, you know, nowadays, they don't really criticize WWE, and I feel like this is one of those times where you can kind of criticize WWE a little bit and be like, hey, like, why didn't we get this payoff of a huge faction, one of the best factions in WWE, actually breaking up? We never really got that storyline. If you guys look back at a time in, like, let's use 2009, for instance, we had Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase. They all faced off at WrestleMania, and you kind of got the payoff for what happened to Legacy. But here, today, it doesn't seem to be the case. Imperium was one of the best factions in WWE, including in TNA. Not TNA, NXT. In NXT, they went on a stellar run, especially through the Black and Gold era. Imperium was serious, and you took them serious. And that tag team between Vinci and Kaiser in NXT was outstanding. But again, WWE just chose not to necessarily capitalize on this, and they chose not to actually have any real storyline behind it, which sucks. But yeah, no, this is being reported by Fightful that more talent is just coming out, man, and they're being released. And here I am making this video, and I only have 2 talents that have actually been released, and I'll go ahead and talk about the next one here shortly. But I just feel like as today goes on, we are going to see a lot more. As much as I don't want to sit here and say that is going to be the case, it seems like that is going to be the case today. So the next is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And let's talk about them. I'm going to talk about them a little bit in depth and just talk about their history in the WWE. Both Gallows and Anderson have had a long stint in WWE. They've been on good runs and they've been on bad runs. The problem with them is again, just kind of like everybody else in this scenario and in this situation, they never really got the footing that they needed to necessarily keep things going for them. And it sucks because something like the OC, we knew how close Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were to AJ Styles, and we knew that that was another good faction. But again, it falls under this tag team thing that I just keep repeating myself here. This tag team problem that WWE has, they are just choosing not to necessarily utilize tag teams maybe in the way that they could be utilized, especially with a lot of TV time, which I think sucks. But overall, you know, when you don't see people on TV like Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, for instance, they get lost in the shuffle, and it's like, okay, what are we keeping them around for? And I think that is the scenario that WWE is currently in. It's like, okay, what are we necessarily keeping you around for if there's really nothing for you to do here? It sucks. It's painful. It hurts. But hey, I mean, all of these guys will be able to go out to different companies, and they will succeed wherever that they choose to go, especially Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Those two can walk into New Japan Pro Wrestling, have a job, go on a stellar run there, and be perfectly fine. Because if you guys remember back, they did a stint, I want to say it was like 2020, 2021, back with AEW, and they did the thing with Kenny Omega and stuff like that, and that was not horrible. It was actually pretty good. And they helped Kenny Omega do the belt collector thing. It was a pretty decent time for AEW in that era, right? So Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, they are going to be fine. Now, somebody like Giovanni Vinci could be a little bit different of a story. You know, this guy, again, never really had that footing. He never really had the name. He was just always associated with Gunther and Kaiser, and he was never really able to get his feet off the ground. So what he does is to be seen, but I definitely think that somebody like Giovanni Vinci can go to TNA, MLW, go run the indie circuit, and go make a name for himself. These WWE stars, they can all go run the indie scene, and it's going to be great for promoters, right? Promoters will have a field day with all of these releases that have happened. Now, I've seen another one. I could be incorrect. I'm going to look it up real fast. Let me look it up. I just want to be sure. 1 second before I go out here. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Isla Dawn has also been released from the company. Isla Dawn is a former women's tag team champion, and she has been released from the company, which ultimately does suck overall. Isla Dawn was another person who just sadly was not able to get her legs and get things rolling. So again, there has been numerous names that have been released. I'm going to go ahead, scroll through a little bit, see if we see any more releases, but I'm not seeing any. But yeah, no. Isla Dawn, she posted on Instagram, and she said, here for a good time, not a long time, see you in 90. So that's obviously indicating at her non-compete clause. So in 90 days, she will be completely released from her contract and be able to go work wherever it is that she chooses to. But yeah, guys, more WWE talent has been released. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I don't know what today looks like. I'm sitting here by the computer just making sure that I have videos ready to go for you guys. So yeah, Isla Dawn, Giovanni Vinci, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, all gone from WWE. You guys can let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Again, if you guys are new here, definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel. Also, I have a Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Discord, all linked down below. Again, join the Discord. We're building a nice, cool family over there, man. And on top of that, I go live Monday through Friday alongside my good friend Ango over on the Ango Show. So if you guys would like, tune in to the live streams. We'll definitely be talking about all of these releases on Monday a little bit more in depth. So yeah, make sure to go tune in over there. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll be talking to you later. Peace.